Hey everybody, so today we're going to do a discussion video just about the Nintendo Direct and Smash in general. But before we get started, I just wanted to announce that Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be appearing on a friend of mine's Twitch channel, and I'll have my friend take it from here. You want to say something?
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is X45X, and I do streaming on Twitch 5 days a week normally when I'm back in Denver. And yeah, a lot of fighting games, a lot of Nintendo stuff, and yeah, we're gonna be, I don't know what we're doing still, but it's gonna be fun, and we stream for a while, so I hope you can join us.
Okay, so I'm just going to introduce everybody. So I assume you know me, I'm PapaGenos, and then you just talked to, but I'll let him introduce himself again.
I play video games on the internet, but yeah, and name's X45X, and yeah, this is another person.
Yeah, I go by Farrell mostly.
And this is?
This is Cody.
It's Cody. He's my brother. I worked with these two guys at a retro game store for, how long, like 4 or 5 years, right?
Oh,
guys?
yeah.
Yeah. And then X45X here, he moved away. Are we using normal names? Can we use normal names? Because I don't know.
You can call me Ian all you want.
Ian, Jesse, Brandon, Cody.
Titan.
It's honestly better than all of the nicknames Stream gives me, so go for it.
Alright. I don't know if I want to know the nicknames.
I've been called Daddy too many times in the past month.
People call me Papa all the time, and I'm like, what? The? I don't know where they're getting it.
Congratulations.
I don't know where they're getting it.
I see you in the street. Sup, Papa? Do a secret handshake.
So yeah, we worked together at a retro game store, and Cody hung out there with us because he's my brother or whatever. Plays a lot of Smash.
I got smoothies there.
Yes, this is true. So there's a smoothie store across the street from the store we worked at, and Cody generally hit that place up a lot. But yeah, we worked there for a long time together, and X45X here, he moved away, and he is visiting this week, so really excited. This is the first time I think we've seen him since, like 8 months or something like that?
Yeah, January is when I moved to Denver. So.
Okay, yeah, so it's September, so yeah, that's math.
What?
You're usually good at math.
I was reading this.
Oh, alright. We have a whiteboard with notes because we're, really good at staying on topic, as you can tell.
And this is PapaGenos' brother, Math.
So anyway, however long January to September is, math.
It's literally a number.
I could probably figure it out.
You can't do January to December.
Dude, I'm so
Wait, I got the easy. Are you guys ready?
Yeah,
what number month is it?
Oh, 9. So January's the first one. 9. 8 months, I guess, if it was mid-January. Alright, smarty math over here.
Or September. We're in September.
Or in September, yeah, it's the 9th month, right?
Why did you say December?
Did I?
I
didn't mean to.
I don't think you did.
No.
I don't think you did.
Smash comes out in December. If it was December, we'd be playing Smash.
Math, why do you have to do this?
By the way, we're really good at staying on
Yeah,
topic.
we're very on topic here.
For my online name, Cody.
To your real name?
Not my birth certificate name.
So, alright, let's get back on topic here because you guys don't want to hear us just ramble the whole time. So first off, we're just going to talk about the Nintendo Direct. So why don't we start on this side and we'll just move across. So, Ian, if you want to talk about how you felt about Nintendo Direct. We're talking about the newest one, the September, was it 13th, I think, Nintendo Direct?
The one that was going to be earlier, but then the earthquake happened.
Yes.
Yeah, so I watched it live with my viewers, and the most shocking part of everything that was announced was Final Fantasy games coming to the Switch, but like 7 in particular, mostly because now people can't say Cloud wasn't on the Nintendo system, but like, I was like, wait a minute, hold on, what timeline is this?
I mean, Cloud technically was in like the Kingdom Hearts games a little bit, some of the like DS ones, I'm pretty sure. So he has been on Nintendo system. Not like, Final Fantasy 7 has been on Nintendo system though.
Definitely in the Game Boy Advance Chain of Memories.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so that was I think like, there's a lot I want to talk about the Direct, but like that was the thing that blew my mind. So
Sweet. Want to go, Jesse? Anything? What stood out to you?
Couch number 2.
I enjoyed a lot about that Direct. I had my expectations kind of low for it, but like, it's got to be Animal Crossing for me.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about it.
Really?
Yeah.
You were going through every game saying, "Oh man, I need this."
Yeah, you like the Final Fantasy games. You liked was it Starlink? Is that the
Starlink,
Oh,
yeah.
Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion. Yeah.
But I put hundreds of hours into Animal Crossing, every iteration of that game.
Me too.
Except
I didn't play City Folk.
I played a little bit of City Folk, but not nearly to the magnitude.
I can only play so much of that.
Do you know how many? Do you know how many hours you actually put into New Leaf?
God, I don't know if it even keeps track.
99999 decimal point repeating. Yeah, so I guess, I mean, my favorite part is obviously anything Smash related, so it was like the Isabelle reveal, but that aside, probably Luigi's Mansion, honestly. I'm really excited to play that. I think that'll be really fun. I liked the DS Luigi's Mansion, but I prefer like the traditional one. I was kind of bummed the original Luigi's Mansion is getting ported to the DS and not the Switch, because I like having the Switch as my like portable console. But now we have a new Luigi's Mansion coming to Switch, so I'm excited about that. And Animal Crossing, of course. Animal Crossing is huge. I mean, like, I think anybody who plays Animal Crossing, even if you're the most casual Animal Crossing person, puts like 100 hours into it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, other than Smash, I don't play like a ton of video games like these folks do.
We play a lot of video games.
We've never touched them.
We're city folks.
I've played a lot of Smash Bros. I've played a lot of Animal Crossing. I don't know if I'll play the new one just because I've played so much.
Alright, so I'm his brother, so I know him, and he always says like, oh, I don't think I'm going to do that. Like, he basically quits Smash every week and says, I'm going to wait for the next, I'm going to wait for the new game. And then the next night I come downstairs, he's playing Smash Wii U for like 4 hours. So he will play the new Animal Crossing despite what he says, I can guarantee.
You're an expert at lying to yourself. I'm
Yes,
not going to play
yes.
Animal Crossing. I already pre-ordered 5 copies, but I'm not touching any of them.
Alright, other than Smash stuff though, I thought the Yoshi game looked pretty cool.
Yeah, Crafted World, like that. Jeez, I totally forgot.
Isabelle's cool, and she's in Smash. Hoping to get another Smash character, but I mean, it wasn't a Smash Direct though. It was a
It was a Nintendo Direct.
game Direct.
It was nice to get
so-
anything.
Yeah, I'd say the Yoshi side scroller was probably be.
That game does look pretty solid.
So on the note of Crafted World, actually, this is pretty cool. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Source Gaming came out with some new alt costumes today or yesterday. I don't remember exactly when. And it was basically, so you know how we had like Meta Ridley shown when Ridley got revealed, but we didn't actually get that in the demo, like you couldn't choose that costume. Well, Source Gaming got a bunch of the renders for like the Luchador Pikachu, Leaf instead of Red for Pokemon Trainer, the Meta Ridley like male Wii Fit Trainer, stuff like that, all the like alternate costumes.
Yeah.
And one of the ones that they got was a Crafted World Yoshi.
I saw this.
You did see that. So Coro Magazine about a week ago printed that there are 108 stages total in Smash, and Sakurai said we're at 103, which would mean 5 more stages. So I'm thinking that one of the stages might be a Yoshi Crafted World stage, because they actually got rid of Yoshi's Woolly World, and it was one of the stages I can't figure out why they got rid of it. Like, some of the stages, it makes sense why they got rid of them. Like, some of them scroll upwards. I don't know if you'd be able to do the stage switch that way. Pokemon Trainer being in the background might screw up a few stages, stuff like that. But Woolly World I couldn't figure out, so I'm assuming we might be getting a Yoshi Crafted World stage as one of our last 5 stages, if that Coro magazine wasn't like a misprint, but they're usually pretty good about that. Actually, Cerebi went on Smashboards and said that Coro magazine rarely misprints, and Coro is always covering Pokemon news, so obviously Cerebi's like totally on top of that.
That's exciting.
Yeah, he said I think the only misprint he could recall was they one time printed Chatot as being flying only. So
Yeah, I actually, like, when I got sent that those images, I like totally glossed over the Yoshi, because I was like,
it looks normal.
I was like, oh, it's
hard
just
to
Yoshi,
tell.
and then I started zooming in. I was like, wait a minute, like, this is plush.
It's all,
Excuse
like,
me.
felt. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
Several people got fired that day when they printed the flying only.
Oh yeah. Oh, Pokemon fandom was in an uproar. Nobody knew what was going on. The whole metagame was thrown off. Like, Chadot's only flying.
Someone died.
I thought he was normal type. Oh god, my team's all messed up, and I don't know what to do. It was a catastrophe. We'll all remember that.
Dark day.
So I guess we want to switch to Nintendo Online, X45X, Ian, whatever you want to be called. I know you wanted to say something about this. So.
Yeah, no. So Nintendo Online, for the most part, I'm going to definitively say is very exciting stuff, because the servers have been good. The netcode for 2D fighters, whether it's Pokken or even Street Fighter 2, to like Splatoon, has been phenomenal, especially on a wired connection. So I don't mind paying for the servers. I'm happy I'm getting retro games. I yelled at Ghosts and Goblins last night for a little bit. everyone in stream knows, ! I'm fine. But it has a few problems, and I actually want to hear what you guys think about this. My first problem is that cloud save data is wonderful, but there's no local backup option, so I can't back up like to an SD card or to a flash drive, or I don't know how you back up to. Oh no, I know how you back up to an SD card. Just some method of storing your save data locally in case something happens.
Yeah.
And if your subscription ends, supposedly they delete your cloud save. Well, alright, thanks. What? Like, it's just kind of weird, like...
I'd be surprised if that's the case. Is that really supposed to be the case?
Supposedly, yeah. I was trying to find more info on it, and I didn't before tonight.
I remember I was really freaked out about PokeBank, because I was afraid when my subscription ran out, I would lose all the Pokemon, but you can lose your subscription in PokeBank and renew it like later down the road, and they're all still there. I don't know if I know cloud data is a little more intensive, but
it would just be a little weird. So comment section, feel free to blow me up if we're wrong on that, because I want to be wrong about that. The only other thing that truly bothers me is once a week your Switch will check to make sure that you're subscribed, so that you can play the NES, the classic games. And like, I have a lot of former military in my stream, and a lot of them are like, yo, what about my friends that are on deployment? Like, and it's like, if you bought a year subscription, it'd make more sense to do the checks maybe once a year, or maybe like partway through the year or something. It's a little weird.
You'd think they'd be able to do just like a timer, like you buy it and then the Switch itself just keeps track. I mean, maybe there's no internal clock, or the internal clock is
like some small
mess-withable, but so maybe it does have to check online. But I agree, they could do it at least monthly. Weekly is pretty, like, that's even like if I go camping, like that could screw me up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and like granted, like I'm not maybe gonna only play my NES games on my Switch, but it's disappointing, I guess, and maybe a little frustrating. I will say, other than that though, like the service, I want to commend. I don't need the PlayStation Plus free games a month. I don't need the special services. I just want to play my games online. So being able to spend $4 a month or like $20 for a year, or I'm going to buy a family plan.
Dude, the family plan. Why not buy the family plan? Do you have one other person buy the family plan?
I'm going to be giving it to viewers. Like people who are my viewers who are like, oh, I can't afford it. I'm going to just
that's
so they can join us for Splatoon. Like, it just makes too much sense.
Yeah.
I had a point about the cloud save thing that I wanted to talk about. I was also confused about, like, do your saves just get deleted and all that? And I couldn't actually find any solid information on it. But the one thing to keep in mind, at least, is that even if your subscription runs out and your cloud save gets deleted, that does not affect... You still have
your local save data is fine. Yeah.
Right. And so it is only if your subscription runs out and you happen to also break your Switch before you can renew. Yeah.
And I guess for someone like me who owns 2 Switches because I'm crazy, now that I can have, which I don't know if you guys knew this, you can have 2 systems with the same Nintendo account share games.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
So I can have like my license for like, I don't know, Fast Racing or RMX on both systems. But that also means potentially you could have the cloud data saved on 2 different devices. So you should be able to keep local save data on 2 systems. So maybe that'll circumvent it. It's still weird.
So it just means that if your subscription's up, maybe reconsider throwing your Switch. Like, essentially.
I was ready for anything else other than reconsider throwing your Switch.
Well, I see people get angry about it, like they're so pumped that they got the subscription so they can destroy their Switch and like
still get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll put it this way: before we had this, we didn't have cloud saves, so it's basically just when you don't have the subscription, you're back to how it's been for the last year or so. So
I've been silently screaming, worried about my Zelda save.
Yeah.
This whole time.
I got so mad one time. There was this weird patch update for the Switch where it like. So your amount of hours saved, like the clock turned over or something like that, and it said like in Zelda I only had like 10 hours, and I was so mad about that just because I was proud of my like 600 something hours or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It fixed it. They did fix it, but I was really mad when that like glitch happened.
I used to be very proud of how many hours I had in games, and then like Street Fighter 4, I hit something super stupid across all the systems I played on. I'm like happy no one gets to know that number. Like, I'm really happy none of you will know how much time I was in.
I got really into shiny hunting and X and Y for some reason, and my time went up.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
I have one other thing I wanted to say about Nintendo Online is, so there's the Play NES games multiplayer on the internet, right? Mm-hmm. The lag on that seems pretty bad, and I understand that is peer-to-peer, but I've heard complaints about people having excellent connections, wired connections, even with low latency mode on. Like, there's still like a tremendous amount of lag.
Ooh, that's not good for an old NES game either.
Yeah. Also, Nintendo would have to license someone like, or they'd have to make it from scratch. You know this, the GGPO code, which is known for Fightcade's a service where you can like play traditional fighters online with people. They have this cool netcode. A lot of people know it's called rollback, where if the game comes out of sync, it'll just roll the frames back to catch you back up to the other person. And it makes for a lot better in lag. And Nintendo would have to like get the code from them or something and redo their games. So I understand, but I hope they can find a fix because it's a little rough.
Yeah, I'm not like giving up on it, but I have hopes.
I mean, I can play the games. That's like.
Yeah, I mean, that's mostly I'm probably just going to be playing NES games on my Switch is
Yeah.
the big thing. And I like the fact that they're just going to keep updating it, so it's just going to be more and more games. Playing games online with people, I mean, it's cool, but like we've had emulators since 2007, 6 that I can play online NES games, so whatever. So yeah, I mean, Nintendo Online for me, I guess my biggest issue with it isn't actually the service at all, but you guys brought it up already, is that it's really hard to find information, like specific information about everything that's going on with it, and I wish that the Direct had been more direct about it, and told us exactly what's going on with like the cloud data. I've heard that like games have to opt into that, like you might not
Like Splatoon 2, you can't use cloud saves.
That's really weird.
It's weird. I think it's because they're worried about the tampering of like save datas.
I guess that makes sense.
And I theorize that like maybe it's the code of the game, like they don't hold some of that information server side, so they don't want you uploading your X rank data and then falling off and then killing your save and then pulling your X rank data.
I guess that makes sense.
But
yeah, so I mean, but I do think Nintendo Online is cool. I mean, I'm glad Nintendo finally is jumping into the paid online. I know that sounds like there's so many people that are like, I don't want to pay for online. We haven't paid for online. But honestly, the only way servers are going to get better, the only way we're going to, be able to play like Smash Online in a nice way, like other online games, is to give Nintendo money for designated servers. So,
even if the games are peer-to-peer, paying for the back end, like Nintendo looked at the service, okay, this is a cost for the company, but what if that cost turns into a profit for the company? That's a huge margin of income, and then that can fund other projects. Like, I don't know, think of all the projects you want in Nintendo. They could be like, hey, we have the financing to do Super Mario RPG 2.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, whoa.
But even like beyond that, if people are paying for the online service, and obviously games like Splatoon 2, ARMS, Mario Kart, Smash Ultimate, if these games are driving people to pay for that online service because they want to play those games online, it can drive Nintendo to continue to support those games longer than maybe they would if, they didn't have such a... They're not making a profit from the online. So I am glad about it just in the bare bones of what paying for online is. I think overall down the road will be the right move and will yield better things than having Nintendo stay out of it and just give us bare minimum online, but we're not paying for it. So.
Oh, and lastly, because I know this gets brought up every time we talk about Nintendo Online, I know the voice app or the application.
Yes.
So the app's not bad for like Splatoon stuff. Like I kind of look like being able to look at my stats. The voice chat's like kind of rough. They patched it. It's a lot better now. But I was telling a lot of people, I hate almost everything's voice chat codecs, like what makes the quality and like drives the audio through communications. I just use Discord. Like I'm gonna use Discord. I've even used like Facebook audio before. Like I prefer having a place where all my friends are gonna gather anyway in our own little community. And especially if like I can't use like PlayStation Party Chat to hear the game and the person with the same headphones, then I lose all of my care in the world to not just use Discord on like my phone. It's nice that they included the feature for those who don't have it, but I don't know how much of a loss of that is for me.
The Nintendo Online too, the voice chat specifically, the app like that goes on your phone. They didn't really talk too much about that either in the Direct, and I wish they did because I wasn't even sure if like Mario Kart, I wasn't sure, can I talk to only people I'm friends with? Can I talk to randoms? You can talk to random people. I found that out, but I had to look it up. So I wish they had just really gone in detail with everything. Oh, the controllers, those NES controllers, I don't know about $60 for them, but they're cool. I like them.
Apparently they only work for the NES games.
Yeah, I heard that too, but I mean... There's so much in the Joy-Cons.
But that doesn't stop them from working on my computer.
There you go, yeah. I guess they made Famicom ones too, so I wish they'd shown both. But yeah, that's what I heard. I didn't actually see a picture. And someone
I'm gonna lose all my money.
Someone online, I don't quote me on this, I don't know. Someone online said something about finding data for potentially Super NES
That would make
controllers.
me
So
so happy.
And it makes sense, right? Like, there's an NES app. They might just release like a SNES app, and that'd make a ton of sense.
Scott, do you have anything to say about the online? I know you're like pretty quiet about it. I know you're not like up to date with all that stuff.
I'm just excited to play Smash online. So the only thing I hope is that they have
Good netcode.
not just FT. I want Battlefield, hopefully Smashville, hopefully more tournaments.
Cody, Final Destination is your favorite stage.
It gets old.
I like FT.
So, I mean, they have shutting off stage hazards, and they have Battlefield mode, and they have Final Destination mode in the game.
Definitely.
So, I mean,
I'm
we'll
just
probably
talking
have it
about-
online.
I'm just
hopefully.
talking about online.
Right. Yeah, we didn't see anything from Smash Online, which I thought we'd get in this Direct, so we'll obviously get some big Smash Direct, you know, before the game's out. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but hopefully it'll go over that sort of thing, if you know for sure.
It's probably a good point to roll over to our next topic then.
Do you want to start? Go for it.
I'm just super excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, our next point is domestic earnings in foreign affair politics. So get ready, this is riveting. Go ahead, Jesse.
Yeah. So
Isabel, domestic Isabel.
Yeah, the Bell earnings between
The
towns.
bell to yen exchange rate is
It's on point. It's on point, guys. You're gonna love this new Animal Crossing game.
So Isabel's in Smash now, and she's not an Echo. She's like a clone in the old sense, as like
Dr.
Lucas.
Mario.
Semi-clone. I call them
I
semi-clones.
think she's gonna be like Lucas and
That's what I was
like
gonna-
Roy is, like similar to
They've
a
got-
character, but definitely different enough
Yeah.
that I wouldn't say they're a clone.
They've got like similar they're like a same concept, but
Yeah.
like two different branches.
Or just have some of this like similar moves.
Yeah, and she has Pocket. I know that. And I think
Yeah.
she has the
She also has a digging move, but she plants a different thing.
yeah, it's the gyroid.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Isabel's been an amazing new mascot for Animal Crossing. People love her. Some people don't love her. But yeah, I'm super excited.
I don't think really many people dislike her. I think they just wanted something
Yeah,
else.
they just
Yeah.
didn't
And,
want.
like if there was another character in the direct, you would hear no hate towards it.
Oh, yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah, I think if it had been Isabel plus like Isaac or Skullkid, people, the ones people were really hoping for, I think people would have just been like, sweet, we got Skullkid and Isabel, two characters. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think also people were expecting Isabel to be an Echo if she got in, and even at the end of that, it wasn't clear if she was or not. Like, I had to go check the site to be sure. So I think people getting just an Echo made the initial reaction to Isabel lower than what people probably would have if people weren't already predicting Isabel as an Echo.
Before I go into Isabel, I actually that's something that drives me out of my mind is when people are like, they wasted a character slot on, and I'm like, none of us have any control over what's about to get announced. It's said and done, and the final characters have models, movesets, and are being balanced right now. It's over. You can't, it's already been chosen, it's all there, and they didn't waste anything. Like, people are like, oh, it's over. Like, no, we don't know everything. He Sakura even said all the characters are going to be announced before the game comes out. So
I brought it up before, but this isn't like a Smash ballot going on right now. It's just these were the characters that were already selected for the game, and they're announcing them as we go. It's not like you can retroactively say she took a spot when she was already.
We're also on character 65, so be
Yeah.
appreciated.
669, or no, 68.
Yeah.
So yeah.
we kept making the joke the other day that oh no, Incineroar is going to be 69. There's going to be some jokes on the internet.
Probably will. He probably will.
I also
Lose it?
no, it's coming. Wait, hold on. Also, it'd be nice to have there are a lot of characters that people wanted. Hey, they're eventually going to make another Smash, but they're going to want to start maybe a little fresh with a new roster. And you know what? I don't mind some of this being held off for a spicier Smash later down the line that's a new roster or something.
My biggest thing is most likely we'll get DLC. I think it would be crazy for Nintendo not to do DLC. I'm pretty sure DLC is definitely going to happen for this game.
Yeah.
So unless a character is like totally deconfirmed, they don't lose hope, guys. They might still happen. And like everybody said, I mean, we got everybody back in this game. Like, you can't hate this roster at this point. If they'd given me the game just E3, just like, oh, Ridley and Daisy as an Echo, there you go. Game's done. I would have been happy. I think everybody would have been pretty happy. Before that was coming out, people weren't expecting. It was going to be a port. People were saying it's a Smash 4 port with Inkling added and
We're
stuff.
getting so much more
We're
than
getting
a port.
so much more than that. Yeah, it's not a port or anything. So, I mean, I can't be mad at it. Like, oh man, we only get like a couple more characters. Whatever. This is great.
Like, character DLC is like, I imagine, stupid profitable.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at with Nintendo Online.
Like how much was like Mewtwo when it first?
Oh,
came
Mewtwo's for I think they're all the individual characters were $4.99.
Yeah, that's
so
like
$5 a character.
And like pretty much every tournament has to have them.
And fun fact, that's cheaper. So like, I hate Street Fighter V. Don't get me started on this, but like,
well, Street Fighter also doesn't add 68 plus characters to their base roster.
Street Fighter, it's like if you want to buy a character individually, you're looking at like $8.
Yeah.
So this is like that's kind of like rough. Like, unless you're super attached to a character, like I bought Blanca because I was like, all right, okay, I got to do this. Like, everyone's gonna be like, dude, $5 every once in a while, or maybe 10 for 2 characters. Every couple months, 3 or 4 months, you get a few more characters. Everyone's gonna buy your DLC, and you're gonna make stupid money.
I just feel like it's like a definite.
I think it's definite too. I think Echoes will probably be cheaper than unique characters if they do them too. So
Or Echoes might be bundled with
or free,
something like that, or free with the online service. We have no idea what's up with that question mark block. It could be something like that. It could be alt costumes just given to us down the road.
Oh man, if Nintendo wants to drain America of all of its money and the whole world, realistically, yeah, just be like, Bowser in a wedding dress, or it's something goofy like that. You're gonna make millions.
That's all. Dry Bowser. You can do just tons of different costumes. I can think of a million different costumes for characters. People are constantly.
Oh, Marth in his Regal outfit, the Forbidden Game outfit. That was pretty cool.
I mean, Mario Odyssey had like a gazillion Mario costumes that you could choose for just for Mario. So
for Peach, we can now have Peachette.
Yeah, Peachette. There you go.
We also have,
technically Toad's playable. Toadette is playable.
We have the
if that happens.
Yeah.
We have the like tennis outfits too and stuff like that. Like it's
all the Mario sports, and that could happen too. Like, oh man, I know Mario Tennis Aces just came out, but a new Mario sports game comes out, and they just also alongside it DLC patch for Smash or something, and you just get all those outfits for those Mario characters.
I want to talk more about Isabelle.
Oh, go for it. Yeah,
absolutely.
No, I was just trying to bring it back.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have something?
I think
playing as
I think my favorite part about Isabelle was the fact that she wasn't an Echo. I think that fishing rod move, whether it's side B or throw, that's some next level
I
trolling
see her
stuff.
with the net, so I think it's not her throw.
She has 2 different throws for both of those grabs, apparently. Too,
Oh, okay.
So.
The idea that she has a fishing rod for a command grab is just there's gonna be some like really cool plays with that, but I'm kind of ready for like the best doubles saves ever and like the best team kills ever.
I was thinking doubles absolutely when I saw that move.
Can you imagine being like saving your Little Mac for you're 1v1ing a Little Mac and you grab him with the fishing rod, you're like, oh, that's really cute, bye. Like I can't wait.
But on the contrary, like you were saying, if they're your friends way too far out and they can't recover, maybe that fishing rod can
pull them back in like doubles,
and then just toss them up, which doesn't look like a kill throw.
Oh man, Marth dolphin slashing into the fishing rod is definitely like a giant fishing joke.
I actually only watched the video once of her, and it was live. But there's the like vertical gyroid, right?
Yeah.
If they can instead of planting a tree, she plants something and then shoots the gyroid out.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like she needs to water.
Okay.
It looks like as soon as it's planted, it starts rising.
Oh no, is it going to be like RNG and when it flies into the air? Because that's just going to be impending doom.
I thought it might work a little bit more like Snake's old landmine.
That's what I was thinking. It's more like as soon as I saw it, I was like, she has like snake moves. Like,
yeah, we couldn't really tell because where she planted it, a character was already standing, so we didn't really get to see what's the trigger for that.
Mm-hmm.
That was my thought on it. She also has a couple moves that we have no clue how they work. She has that stop sign.
Yeah,
I think it might be a taunt.
Yeah, it might be a taunt. Not clear.
Some were saying it's her up smash, and it has like a super vertical hit spot.
That would be cool.
You know what? Villager's up smash goes really high. If her up smash was her stop sign, that would make sense. That's gonna be horrifying.
She's definitely different than Villager. Just just talking about this stuff, the pom poms, the party popper. There's a lot of stuff she has that she's definitely different enough that I think she's going to play very different. I am a little surprised, honestly, just that because Isabelle, I imagine being a newer Nintendo character, more younger players will probably gravitate towards her, and I do think she'll probably be a more complex character to play, as Villager was kind of a more complex character to play, so that's a little surprising to me. But on the note of her being a newer Nintendo character, I do think she was one of the... There's not that many Nintendo icons that aren't in Smash yet, and it would have been really weird to not get Isabelle. I feel like she is a Nintendo icon. Yeah. Newer, but a Nintendo icon. I'm kind of waiting for, like, Dixie Kong, I think, is the other big one that's not yet in Smash, that just feels like a iconic Nintendo character that's absent. Waluigi, Toad, them too, but, whatever. They might not be in.
Yeah. I had one thing I wanted to bring up that's funny you say that young players might gravitate towards her because she's...
Well, younger kids play Animal Crossing and it's a newer character, yeah.
I was actually thinking contrary, but from the perspective of Villager seems more intensive on setups and stuff. Like, his down smash, buries people. He has to, drop the bowling ball on them.
Yeah.
Where hers are a little more to the point. Like, instead of having go through the whole process of, planting,
she
water,
just fires
and chopping.
Yeah.
Her things are a little more one step. Her forward smash is the popper instead of the bowling ball, which requires more work for it.
Yeah, like a kid won't have to know to plant the tree to get the axe. How come sometimes I do the axe?
Kid doesn't need to know how a stop sign works in real life. But,
but I do
nail launches you into the sky.
I think she's a nice middle ground between.
She's definitely an easier villager. Yeah. She still has complicated.
We'll see. We don't know her.
True.
Yeah. I just think she's a more straightforward version of Villager, but still a little more complicated than just punch and kick.
Your average character, yeah.
I'm a huge fan of the I fight not so traditionally characters.
Yes.
For those of you who have seen play Persona 4 Arena, Teddy in Kintoki Doji, it's just there's just items all over screen, and you're like, why is there a barrel? There's a banana? What's that chocolate bar doing? Like Faust from Guilty, I love that stuff. And Isabelle is 100% that character. There's party poppers, there's digging, there's a fishing rod. It's
great when you see high level players with those characters. High in tournament, like Duck Hunt is a character, and seeing Raito play him. It's just
that's
sick.
some nasty gameplay.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think one of the most exciting parts about Isabelle and all these characters that there's a good mix of Dark Samus is definitely on the creepier side of please don't touch me.
I loved her weird the way she stands on. It's so cool.
But then we also have more fun characters and characters that bring out a lot of joy. And this game being more when I say more competitive, probably more characters are competitively viable this time around. I love the variance of here's Marth, this super serious swordsman, and getting destroyed by this Isabelle. Here comes another fishing rod.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's one of the best aspects of Smash, is that it brings all these different games together. So you get this it's just a bizarre and yet it works style to Smash, which is just so great. And I'd love to talk about other odd characters, because I know me and Cody talk about this a lot. We love Bowser Jr. just as a concept. He feels like a character.
Bowser Jr. and Duck Hunt are some of the coolest designs ever.
Yeah, they feel like characters that, when I read, people's wish list characters, I made a moveset for a character I want in Smash, they feel like Sakurai took one of those offline and just actually gave it to us. K-Rool's like that, too, and I want to transition into characters with that, but right before that, just real quick, because we didn't actually talk about this with Isabelle, what did you think of her reveal trailer? And we'll go down the road, because the actual trailer itself, her in her office.
In the first 5 seconds of it, and this is recorded, so I'm documented doing this. I yelled, "It's a Smash trailer!" But you know what kind of blew my mind? When I watched it for the 12th time, because I have a problem, is they use all of Animal Crossing assets in movement and all of it looked like it could have been done in the in-game engine, but it was clearly using a CG render that they could turn the camera during. Because when she reads the letter, I believe that's a real camera turn. So Nintendo created a CG environment for Animal Crossing, updated Animal Crossing assets, and then stole animation files or something. Like they did so. It was just so true to form, but it clearly wasn't, unless it's the Animal Crossing 2019 engine.
That would be something.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. We actually, on that note, not to cut you off, Jesse, so we got Simon's trailer, and in it we had Luigi, and he had a different poltergeist on his back, or poltergust on his back, and so he people were theorizing that there was going to be another Luigi Mansion, and we got one.
And
obviously,
it's that one.
And it's that one, yeah, it has that design. So obviously, we know we have another Animal Crossing, but I did not think about that for the actual design of the game might be...
Yeah, it was either crazy attention to detail or Nintendo teasing us. Because Tom Nook talking to us, same kind of environment, same lighting, all that stuff. So, I hope so.
So when I first saw it, I was definitely on the edge for a good portion of it. Is this new Animal Crossing? Is this Smash character? Well, it turned out to be both. So
that's what caught me off too. I was like, oh, and an Animal Crossing.
When I saw Tom Nook, I was like, is Tom Nook getting in too? Even though I knew he was in Villager's Final Smash, but it still was just like, is he getting in? That was my first thought. I didn't even go to Animal Crossing.
I thought that he was
revealed
going
with
to
Smash.
be a Isabelle Echo.
Yeah,
because that's what they did with Simon and Richter. It's
like,
all right, here's Simon, and then immediately Richter.
Right. So I just thought the trailer was really funny. I liked that. I don't know that they did the Animal Crossing. It was almost like you were choosing if you could take a break or not. That was funny. And I loved what you said about Pete. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
As soon as Pete, the mailman, shows up, Cody's like, Pete confirmed for Smash. And we had all...
He ain't denied.
He can still get in, okay? Pete's chances are still... he's still there. We had that Palutena and Pit, cartoon reveal in Smash 4, and they had Dark Pit in that, and they didn't tell us Dark Pit was in the game, and we still got him, so Pete could still happen down the road.
You never know.
So, yes.
Pete 2018.
First DLC
Let's
character.
make it happen, YouTube.
First DLC character no one purchased.
We decided we had 30 characters ready to give you guys, but since no one bought Pete, we just decided you guys don't want DLC. We canceled it.
I straight up was so worried that Tom Nook was gonna be a villain, but he's in the. But
he's like Ridley K. Rool. Tom Nook.
But I was wondering. I just said this to him.
Man.
I just said this to Ralph off stream when we were coming here. He was dropping me off, and it was, what if they pull a fast one on us and they show Shadow or somebody as an assist trophy, or Tom Nook in a final smash, and then just kidding, Villager has a new final smash and Tom Nook's or Shadow, if he's in the match, can't be an assist trophy, and you're just like, what?
They have done that with stuff, like Link on the Spirit Tracks changes to Alfonso, and they did just in pre-release footage and stuff, the Punch-Out boxing ring stage they showed before they showed Little Mac, and it didn't say Punch-Out on the side, it just said Smash, and then they changed that to say Punch-Out later on. So yeah, they could. There's this one theory going around, I don't know if I really want to harp on this, but there's this theory about Waluigi and how he's a trickster, so he's just tricking us, he's an assist trophy, and we're gonna get him and it's just a big trick.
That is a trope in fighting games though, how often and even in Street Fighter V's most recent stage for for Evo,
Balrog in the background.
You have someone in the background, but if they're on the stage, someone else will take their place. And in this stage, there's Bison hella in the back, and then there's the three other villains right there up front. And if any of them are playing, they'll just be out of their seat, and their seat will be empty.
That's
and it was
cool.
So it's a big trope in fighting games. So I'm kind of hoping.
Yeah, stuff like that. So I guess
cool.
Even characters we think are deconfirmed might not be deconfirmed, or if they're deconfirmed at base roster, if DLC, I know tons of people want specifically Waluigi. Squeaky wheel, you guys. Just be loud about it. Maybe he'll get in his DLC, and he'll just that assist trophy won't show up when you're playing as him or something.
Do we have any other thoughts on Isabelle? Because I have a characters thing.
Yeah, let's go to characters. Go.
Are we gonna do characters that are what
thoughts on characters in the game? We'll do thoughts on characters we want to. We'll do both.
Okay. For thoughts on characters, So we already know that the Rathalos is going to be in game. My hero. I hate that thing.
They were talking nonstop about Monster Hunter before we did this.
I've been playing.
I don't really play, but they do. That's why
I've been playing World, Frontier, and Generations Ultimate at the same time. It's unhealthy. It's too much. I had a theory when I saw. Actually, we're gonna get into that later. Actually,
okay.
But Monster Hunter was a character in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite who lived for about a week before the game died in tournament, and like. That game is deader than a doornail right now. Like, Capcom really messed up. But this Monster Hunter character was so fleshed out and was super cool. I would love to see her or a Monster Hunter rep as a character. Because, I mean, granted, we already have Rathalos, so, like, the rep is already there. But, like, to me, it was like, you just died in a fighting game and never saw the light of day. How cool would it be if you saw it in Smash? But...
We did get a Monster Hunter Mii costume. So I don't know, again, maybe Rathalos is enough here, but we did have a Mii costume, and, you know, K-Rool had a Mii costume, Crom had a Mii costume, Inkling had a Mii costume. That is a place where newcomers are showing up.
High hopes for me, but probably not, but just something I had thought of, and I was like, oh.
On the other Monster Hunter, we also saw Rathalos on some sort of stage. It looked like it was like a one-player mode thing.
What is it called? The Arcalite Steps? Or I probably just messed that up. The Monster Hunter 4 stage, what is that called?
Far from
it was like it was like the first place you went to in that game, and one of the second area or maybe third area was this little valley, and you could see the red. Yeah, it looks just like that except butchered. But yeah,
super features like that red stone formation. That's the.
So again, with Korokoro Magazine saying 108 stages, I think a Monster Hunter stage, I don't know about a character, but a stage I think is highly likely. Yeah. If we do have 5 more stages coming. So there was spots for stages on the bottom. Korokoro printed 108. I don't think it's a typo. It might have been a mistake to print it this early, but I don't think it was a typo.
Slots, missing?
There's 5 slots. Or no, there's 6 slots missing, but if we had... Yeah, random's already on there, but there might be training mode stage, a DLC button, or custom stages. So if we get 5 more, which would get us at 108, there would be a spot for 5. And if we got those 5 more, we have, I think, 4 New Donk, Moray Tower, as it was called. What are the other new ones? Great Plateau, or whatever, the Breath of the Wild stage, whatever it's called. And there's one more. I'm not thinking of it. I'm blanking on the stages here. Anyway, there's one more stage. If I think of it, I'll say it. Oh, Dracula's Castle. So there's those 4 stages. And then if we got 5 more, there'd be 9 stages. And the original Smash 64 has 9 stages. So that might be like we got 9 new stages to kind of mirror that. That's just my kind of guess on that.
Plus the Metal Mario stage.
Cody wants Metal Mario. Cody's favorite stage is Metal Mario stage.
Whose isn't? It's great.
It's a cool
they
stage.
Brought it back in Project M.
You mean the Forbidden game?
The Forbidden game.
The Forbidden game.
If that's a DLC,
you're not allowed to. If you're in a Nintendo sponsored tournament, you have to call it the Forbidden game. You can't refer to it by name.
Really?
Yeah.
They get.
Yeah,
I guess I could see that. So characters, Jesse, you got anything specifically about characters?
Characters is such a strange topic.
I mean, it's a huge topic.
So are we gonna first do ones that are in the game?
Let's do that before, because we're bleeding in. So let's do that.
So out of all the ones that are new to the game, as in the brand new ones, plus the Echoes, and the ones returning that we haven't had, like Wolf and Ice Climbers, Snake and Pokemon Trainer,
Young Link,
Pichu. I think that's everything.
Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to?
Still, because like a lot of the characters I wanted to be DLC characters in Smash 4 were the returning characters. So I've gotten like already confirmed just about every character I really wanted. And I'm super excited about Wolf. I'm super excited to play old mains like Lucario. Super excited to find new mains like maybe Ridley, maybe K-Rool. So it's just it's a wonderland for my mind right now.
So everything.
Everything.
On the note of the returning characters, I will say I do think just from the ballot data that I've seen, like obviously the real ballot data is not available, but people have done like mock-ups, like asked people, who did you vote for in the ballot? And the returning characters, be it, Wolf and Snake or even Pichu and Young Link, tend to score fairly high on those mock-up ballots. So I really do think Sakurai did the right move giving us everyone back. I think that is what people, were calling for.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. I guess for new characters on my end that I'm excited about, Young Link, I really want to see his final smash. I'm a big fan of like, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, so I've always liked Young Link. I like him better than Toon Link, just me personally. And I play Toon Link a little bit here and there, so I'll probably be more excited to play Young Link. And then for new characters, I think Simon looks awesome. I'm excited to play him. I just think he looks like he plays really cool. I love that he looks like Castlevania, like the way that he fights. And I'm going to have to throw K. Rool, as like me and Cody were talking about, Duck Hunt and Bowser Jr., those characters that almost look like, a fan designed their moveset, and Sakurai just did it perfectly. K. Rool has that appeal to me, so I'm excited to see him play.
So I'm kind of with Jesse with it's everything, because again, as we get to our dream characters, everything I want is in this game. So I'm kind of whew, I don't know what.
Oh, ice climbers too.
Yeah, I think I'm the most hyped for Wolf, but I'm just I feel like even if I'm in Denver, I want to be toes off. Jesse wants Wolf first.
I was when it said everyone is here, the main thing I was excited that you got your main back. I was yes.
I think Ice Climbers and Young Link are the most exciting for me. Young Link in Melee is this really fast, boxing character. He's got a sword, but he's short range, walls you out, throws bombs, and plays this really nasty
pretty underrated too. Because
yeah,
he's pretty good against Jigglypuff and Peach.
And he's also he can fight the Falco Fox pretty well.
When you see Armada or Axe play Young Link, it's okay.
We can do stuff. Yeah, and
this isn't Kirby, this isn't Bowser.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what's that going to look like in the game. And before I get to my new characters, changes to me are everything. Oh, we're going to talk about that at some point, but changes to me are everything. How are my favorite characters doing?
Yeah.
But new characters, I was going to answer this and now I'm I don't know. I'm kind of stuck between Ridley and Inkling, because Ridley's it's the dragon looking thing. What do you want me to do?
Ridley's so cool. He's so cool. People want Ridley forever.
Inkling's almost the forgotten character because
revealed first. Right?
Yeah, Inkling. So Inkling's exciting to me because it's just this hyper aggressive, fast moving, incredibly stylish character, and I just feel it's gonna be Combo City. It's gonna be zoning hell. It's I don't know what archetype to put it in fighting games. Kind of reminds me of you're gonna think I'm crazy with this. Chie from Persona 4 Arena or for BB Tag. Just this short range character that when they get their hands on you, you're just oh good god, I'm going for a ride. And
they kind of have a power charge, except it's a debuff to the enemy.
Yeah, it's hey, you take extra launch. So that's what made me think about Chie was the whole and now you're hitting stronger, because that was what made her horrifying. And but she always lacked in range, but if Chie got to run for half a second, she made it across the whole screen. And that's what it feels like with Inklings. They're just on top of you, and I think that seems really cool. And Ridley's kit is very agile. He's a big character, but kind of like Blanca. Blanca's 6 foot something huge, but he's a ball in the way he stands. And I like that.
They did that with Ridley.
Ridley's a lot of hidden range and a lot of hidden speed.
He can extend himself out of nowhere, which is pretty cool.
I looked on this camera.
Yeah, Cody's a little forward, so he looks really big.
Well, I'm on a chair, and they're on a couch. I look like I'm 7'5".
And he's actually only 7'3".
I'm not that tall.
But so that's what I'm the most excited for.
So on the note of Inkling, I mentioned how Isabelle's kind of a newer Nintendo character that is, but a Nintendo icon. Inkling's the same way. And I remember leaving Smash 4 with our last characters being Cloud, Bayonetta, Corrin, who I didn't feel were iconic when we had Inkling to go on. Cloud's iconic in gaming, but not Nintendo.
Yeah.
Just they didn't feel like Nintendo.
Yeah, Bayonetta's iconic in gaming.
Yeah, but not Nintendo icon. I mean, I guess she is now, but you know what I'm getting at. When we had stuff like Inkling not in the game yet, I wanted that instead. But seeing how Inkling plays, I definitely think I'm glad they held off, because I think if we had gotten Inkling in Smash 4, they wouldn't have been able to do the moveset that they did, because I think you have to do that from the base up. You need the game built around being able to ink people and ink the stage and stuff. I don't think they would just be able to.
That would have been a lot of assets to make.
Right. They would have had to completely add so much. So
you need an ink map on every stage, every surface that can be painted, every character.
Right. So they would have either had to just not do that for the moveset, whatever good moveset they came up with, they would have just been well, we can't do that. And I'm glad Inkling didn't get like a Ganondorf situation where Ganondorf looking better this game, but if they'd put Inkling in Smash 4 as DLC and made the moveset, not the best moveset they could make it, they might put them into Smash Ultimate and be like, well, we got to keep it what people are used to because people main this character, people like that play style. Yeah, so I'm glad they waited.
It wasn't until Smash 4 that Ganon's moveset started feeling very his own. Like, he was always to me like, oh, the Captain Falcon clone, but then like Smash 4, like he had these, like his kick animations were refined and like his throws were a bit more refined, and it felt like he had gained a bit more of an identity.
The next game, though, man, this looks like it's
the most so, and I'm like, yeah, if I had Inkling had to wait like 3 games to have the full identity, that would suck.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Or any character for that matter.
Right.
Definitely most excited for K. Rool.
K. Rool is your most excited character?
Out of the new ones, K. Rool. Out of the returning ones, I'm not, like, none of the returning ones were really, like, big characters I'd play, so I'm kind of just really happy that they're all back. Maybe Snake.
I'm kind of actually really interested in Ice Climbers in this one, now that they're not going to be... They look really strong, and they have, like, a new feel to them now that they're not about, like, chain grabbing.
Oh, thank God, it's just not... I've always liked the design of these characters.
They had 2 iterations of them, and both of them
my favorite...
ridiculous.
They didn't fix the one thing they needed to fix.
Not to cut you off, but one of my favorite characters, I know you like this character from Blaze Blue, Carl Clover. Yeah. I couldn't remember his last name. He, it's him and his robotic sister. I know. Because the announcer says it, too. Like, But it's like you hit them with Carl, and then his robotic sister that he has does a follow-up attack. I love that Ice Climbers dynamic, except that Ice Climbers has been wobbling and chain grabbing. So my favorite combos in Melee are Ice Climber handoffs, when like they do something cool across the whole stage, because it looks sick. So like I'm excited to see them meteor people from halfway across the stage. Oh my God! But
they're still about desyncs. It looks like from the footage I've seen. Like once you've desynced them, you can like set up, especially if you give them platforms. Like if you have like Nana up here using the blizzard, whatever, and your Popo, and you're hitting them towards it or whatever.
Oh yeah, and I covered in my video, they can wave dash. Like, wave dashing is possible in the game. If you short hop and do a wave dash, you get, like, that true style melee wave dash. Well, if you desync Ice Climbers, you can input wave dashes on specific ones. So you should be able to do something like have Nana slide off a platform or something. Or, no, they won't be able to in this game, but that kind of stuff is going to be...
Something might be... I mean, we got to play around with the game for it.
Someone's going to make a programmable controller, and it's going to be nuts.
Wait, did I say Ridley?
You said K. Rool.
Yeah, K. Rool. Okay, yeah, K. Rool.
No, you're good.
Which lizard character did I choose?
I get them confused sometimes.
They're both scalies. Wow. I don't know why I don't think that they both are. I don't know, K-Rool's so comical and Ridley's actually terrifying. So
they made Ridley look so scared with like the way his rib cage is and just like
his movements like
he's like the most realistic look. Actually, Source Gaming put out those pictures of like the alt costumes or whatever. Meta Ridley looks more like a more cartoony, classic looking Ridley, but the like main Ridley that we got is it's like the creepiest looking Ridley like they've ever done.
Actually scary.
Yeah. So why don't we go into characters that aren't announced for the game and who we want? So.
Okay, I need your help coming up with a moveset, Jesse, but so when the Smash Ballot came out, the 2 characters I voted for was Bayonetta and Klonoa. And I got Bayonetta, so I'm thrilled about that. Klonoa is just like, I don't know, this amazing platform icon from the PlayStation era and then eventually on Wii for the reboot of the first game. It's just this underrated franchise, and Klonoa's all about picking people up and throwing them, and like, if that's not a Smash moveset...
I definitely think...
Wait, you voted for Bayonetta?
Yeah, no, deadass. I was so.
This is your
wait. Let me explain.
Put that up.
Devil May Cry. So when I found out that Dante from the Devil May Cry series made it into Marvel 3, I was thrilled. But the guy who made Devil May Cry 3 and 4 moved on to make Platinum Games, and then we got Bayonetta, and Bayonetta's like the new Devil May Cry.
It's like the Nintendo Devil May Cry at this point. So.
The Nintendo Devil May Cry, and I was so pumped. So yeah, I voted for it. That's why you get Witch Timed. Yeah. But
Who is this guy? This guy. Everybody, this is the guy. This is the guy that did it.
Fight me. Look, I know she's busted. I wanted her. But like, I'm so...
Too busted.
But no, so Klonoa...
Cloud is busted. She's too busted.
No, he has a Buster Sword. Klonoa, though, like, it's... I don't know, that's like... So, I want more love.
On the note for Klonoa, so Namco's still working on the Smash game, and Klonoa is a Namco character. There's other characters that people have been talking about that are Namco, like Heihachi and Lloyd from the Tales series, stuff like that.
We don't need Heihachi.
I feel like if...
do the kick, that's like...
I don't want to do Electric Wind God Fists and
Those weird like, slide punch things. So those characters, I feel like this time around, since we have all the veterans back, we don't have a grab bag of DLC characters like we did last time, where it was like, well, Mewtwo will get back, and we'll get Roy, and we'll get Lucas. Like, you know, those were like easy choices.
Everything
for DLCs.
is new.
Everything's going to be new. So if they do DLC, it's all going to be new characters. So I feel like Namco would probably, if they're going to get a second rep besides Pac-Man, probably hold it off for DLC. So if we get Heihachi, Lloyd, Klonoa, I would guess those characters. I know a lot of people have been guessing like base roster for some sort of Namco rep to get like 2 reps from each of the third-party series, but I feel like if any of them are being held off, Namco would do it just because they wouldn't prioritize their own characters. It just makes sense to me.
And on that note, because of your wish list, same thing with Square. Square might give the rights to Geno for a Nintendo character,
DLC.
And we might get another Square character.
That too, yeah. We could get another Square character after that. I don't think there's any doubt. My guess right now, I mean, I'm not going to get into all the leaks and stuff because I'll talk for 20 minutes and watch the other videos. But right now, Geno does seem pretty likely. It is also possible, though, that he is our first DLC character. He does seem to be in the game in some form, but he may be, like Mewtwo, announced before the game is released as the first DLC character. That's a possibility for him, so...
Yeah.
Jesse?
Well, you guys pretty much bolstered my voice. Because I was also going to talk about Klonoa, because...
Lucario's behind.
It is surprising just because I look a lot, a lot of stuff up online about like what characters people want or whatever, and I don't hear much vocally for Klonoa, and we got 2 people on Klonoa right here, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, you kind of got lost history, unfortunately, which...
Well, maybe you guys will start the...
It's fitting.
And you got Bayonetta in, so I mean, just...
Well, I mean, we got Pit in Brawl, and it's kind of a selfish, like, addition to it, is that I'm kind of hoping that by some miracle chance Klonoa does get in, he picks up some of that magic, and then they reboot his game, and then...
I mean, I think that's a big part of... I mean, K-Rool, obviously, that's a big part of it, is, like, Smash can save characters from, I don't know what to call it, Extinction or obscurity. Characters that are just gone. K-Rool was not part of the Donkey Kong games for whatever reason. Maybe because Rare made him, I don't know. But fans want him. He's back. I feel the same way about Geno. Banjo-Kazooie being stuck over at Microsoft. Fans who want him in Smash. It's to save these characters. Smash has that unique ability to kind of stick a character in a game that's always going to be in the spotlight. A big game, that everybody looks at. And if a character makes it in Smash, it's like a badge of honor. Like they earned a spot in like the history of gaming.
Yeah, think about Fire Emblem. Like, I think Fire Emblem, for most of my experience, like all the people that got me into Fire Emblem got into Fire Emblem because they were like, who the hell is Marth?
Yeah.
That got so many people.
I remember when Melee wasn't out yet, and it had online had like, these are the characters that are going to be in Melee, and I remember Ice Climbers we saw a picture of, and people thought it was extremely obscure internet reference. If everybody gets this, points to you, Eskimo Bob. If anybody remembers Eskimo Bob from like early internet Flash cartoons, people were like, why is Eskimo Bob in Smash? And when we heard that Roy was in Smash, people were like, one of the Koopalings? Just one? Why did they pick Roy? Like, that's what people thought. So,
wow.
Yeah, I remember that that's probably my earliest Smash like speculation memories, early internet days, looking up what is going to happen with Melee.
Yeah.
Eskimo Bob.
Yeah, I threw us all off with Eskimo Bob.
No, that's cool. I do think Klonoa would be appropriate because he'd fit in like an archetype that we don't have yet, which is like a lightweight mobile grappler. Because his entire game is like an adventure puzzle platforming game where he's got this ability to like capture enemy and then use them in a variety of ways to navigate stages, break obstacles, and other ways to progress. So it'd be cool.
The moveset potential is definitely cool.
Yeah. Maybe give him like like an air grab or something where he can get an additional jump if he like grabs them and jumps off their head like he does in the game. Or, I don't know. I'm not a character designer, but there's some cool concepts.
Makes me think of Falcon Up B, except like you have control afterwards.
Yeah.
There's there's characters in Smash that have some grapple moves, but we don't really have a designated grappler, which is like a fighting game thing. So Bowser's a designated grappler.
Oh no, he's a designated like archetype grappler, not like this person's. We don't have Mike Haggard in the game.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of people saying that we might get Incineroar. A lot of
I hope
credibility to some of the leaks about Incineroar. If we got Incineroar, not my favorite Pokemon. However, his moveset could be fantastic, and he could definitely be our grappler character. Yeah. So there's that.
What character do you want, Brandon?
I would like Geno. I don't know if anybody guessed this. I really want Geno. I've wanted Geno since, like... I'll put it this way. When I was a little kid playing Mario RPG, I'd argue with my friends about who gets to be Geno when we were at recess, playing Mario RPG. So there's that. And then I wanted Geno back in, like, Mario, like Double Dash and the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga game, which he makes a small cameo. But I wanted him, or Paper Mario, like any of the Mario RPGs, I wanted him in. And then I really wanted him for Brawl when that, like, snowballed and everybody was wanting characters, and Geno picked up a lot of steam. And obviously, since Brawl, this is a 10-year, decade-long journey to hopefully get Geno. So please, I hope we get Geno. If we don't get Geno, I'm still happy with Little Mac. I made Little Mac, and I'm a huge Punch-Out fan, so if, for whatever reason Geno doesn't happen, I'm still very happy with this game, and I still have a character I like.
Because Little Mac actually seems to be, like, usable.
Yeah, he seems usable in this game, too. Yeah, I didn't mention that we were talking about, like, characters' play styles, but Little Mac looks much better in this game, and I'm very happy about this, because Smash, Wii U, and 3DS, I kind of fell off just because I really wanted to main Little Mac, and he's
a hard man.
He's a hard man. You can have some fun matches with him, but when you're actually trying to like play against the Mario, the Cloud, the Diddy Kong, it gets tough. You can't do it.
One of the best Little Mac players, Cact. He's in Eastern Mass in Boston.
Oh, cool.
Dude is sick, but like you just see how hard this man has to work to get the wins he gets. Granted, like every time I watch him, it's exciting because he makes it happen. But the few big Little Mac mains out there, whew.
And I love, just on that note, I do like Little Mac having like an underdog feeling to him, and that you have to be really good with Mac to get the wins. I do like that. It fits his character well, but you can't make him just so gimpable that he's unplayable against certain characters. You need to have him, be able to play the game and still have that.
Have him basically not have a grab.
Yeah.
Not have aerials.
Yeah, there's just too many Achilles heels. He has, like, give him one Achilles heel, that's fine, but you give him, like, 3 Achilles heels, and it's just like, okay.
Dude, Achilles legs? Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's got Achilles legs. So who do you want, Cody?
Short answer, Goomba.
Do you have a did you bring any kind of diagram for us?
Oh, you actually? Oh God!
Wait, did you not prepare for this?
No, you know what I was ready for? I was ready for you to pull an entire piece of paper of like your like
Goomba grabs.
Illuminati. Why Goomba will be in the game? Like
no one knows how he would play, but I'd made him.
He's in Mario Party, so
I get to play Bowser in Mario Party. Sorry, not related. I'm thrilled.
And long answer is like if I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Banjo-Kazooie would be my number one.
Banjo-Kazooie would be so cool. Again, a character like Klonoa, like Geno, pulled out of obscurity, and Smash could save the character. I mean, Banjo-Kazooie is known about. Like Microsoft owns them. People it's not like they're totally gone or something, but they're just somewhere that doesn't fit, and we would like to get them back with Nintendo.
Yeah.
I think everybody would. You guys want to talk about story mode? It's been a long time. We're like halfway through our points here, so...
Yeah, we're already...
Break the targets will be fun, and board the platforms will be fun.
I would actually love to have those.
Let's move on to the next topic.
We say story mode, but like this is the... Whatever mode we didn't get to know about in the...
Yeah.
Because it could be multiple things, too.
Yeah, I mean, most people seem to say it's called Spirits. Yeah, I actually heard a tidbit about this from... So I got a private message. This is what my newest video was about. I actually didn't mention this to you guys, so I don't know if you saw the video I put up tonight. But I got a tidbit from
someone. You put a video up tonight?
I put a video up tonight.
Okay, I was
I got a private message from someone, and I don't want to say too much about it, but they gave me a piece of information, and I have a little bit of reason to believe this is real, but I can't really say why. So supposedly what spirits are in spirit mode is there's some sort of replacement for trophies and stickers, and it's going to be some sort of collectible that you can then power up your fighter in. I assume the one-player mode. I assume spirits mode has bosses. I assume it's an adventure mode. I don't know that from the person who private messaged me. I just know that spirits themselves are a collectible that may be replacing trophies. Maybe they are trophies that have... You can take the spirit of the trophy. I'm not sure exactly, but they work as a collectible like a trophy, but also like stickers where you can power up your fighter in the game. So that's supposedly what spirits are in spirit mode.
That's interesting. So I've had some theories, if you guys don't mind me going off.
Go for it.
I've had some theories about this mode. And this actually brings me back to the Monster Hunter stage. So the Monster Hunter stage was missing a few key flaws. It was perfect. It had some flaws. It didn't have the same quality of texture work as some of the other newer stages. It seemed to be a locked-in camera in the middle of a screen, similar to how Subspace Emissary did for certain boss fights. And you fought the Rathalos on a dedicated stage here, and it was called a boss fight. So a lot of people have already heard this information, but to me, one of the most exciting parts about Smash 3DS was Smash Run, and powering up your character. And a lot of people like Subspace Emissary, and a lot of people like this idea that you have Smash characters and they power up. Well, there's an online feature, and part of the right side of our home menu, the dashboard, was blurred out as well. What if we had a single-player mode, where you'd go through various action stages, maybe procedurally generated, and with some like key areas and key fights locations, and you fought bosses and other characters to power yourself up and get stronger. And what if there were like, please excuse the MMO terms, like a raid boss that like this week, this boss has appeared and, oh, you've done this much of a dent, or you're in this faction and you're the boss, and hey, someone took out your boss, and that's what the notifications for that is.
There was so many bosses for just the Castlevania stage. There were like a ton of bosses on the Castlevania stage. I don't know if they're bosses, but like enemies, like stage hazard enemies. So they could really make a lot of bosses. Also the Dracula boss, because they did call Dracula a boss. When it showed characters fighting him, it looked like the Dracula stage, but it was actually totally flat, same as the Rathalos stage. So yeah, there is something there. I don't know what it is, but
Tom Nook's Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Nook as a boss.
Take him out.
He's the final boss. He's the last boss in the game.
But yeah, that's the general vibe I'm getting from it, because like, how easy would it be to create like a boss monster, and we're trying to damage, like, let's say a faction, right? And as a team, because this makes me think of like Brave Exvius, like the phone game.
I love the idea of making it like Smash Run. I love that. I haven't actually thought of that, and that would be really cool, especially on a handheld game where everybody could potentially have their own screen. We could all like
let's say there was the boss this week was a something, and the four of us wanted to go tackle the boss together, and then we can actually play that mode together and all go fight a stronger version of it together, but maybe that gives more impact towards the weekly goal.
That would also fit why we haven't seen anything with Smash's Online, because I actually thought this last Direct was going to address the Smash Online stuff, and then down the road we'd learn about Spirits mode or Spirit mode or one player, but if it is tied in with the online, like you said, with raids or, just things changing, it's updating events, whatever, however they want to do it, they're constantly changing it, which would be great because Subspace Emissary was really fun, but once you play it, you played it,
But you could check on your phone and be like, oh, hey, we took out that monster, like, oh, there's a new event up right now. And
however they want to support it, it would be cool to have the one player supported with online, and it would make sense why they didn't say anything about online or one player mode yet. So that's actually a really good theory.
And to add to that, I figured the next Direct is going to go over more of the competitive options, because one of the things we all snagged was the icon for Rage was on a feature called Game Balance in the Versus screen. And so I'm thinking we have more customization options. I feel like that in itself is a huge chunk of information that's missing. Next Direct, I feel like they might give us more on the competitive side, offline, and then online, learn more about what their plan is, maybe a ranked mode, maybe like more features, and then, go into this new single-player mode, which might also have an online component. And I think like we would get a whole Direct talking about those online features, because I think there's going to be too much.
There's definitely a lot still. We definitely have probably another full Smash Direct, I feel like, worth of information. If
they did the 40 amazing facts or whatever was... on Wii U. So I would imagine we get one more.
Thoughts on story mode or one-player mode or first mode, whatever you want to... It's all up in the air, so...
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot was said right then, and I don't know. That's probably one of the aspects I don't know much about, because you kind of got to digging around on the internet to find tidbits of information on that.
There's pretty much nothing. The thing I just told you, I'm like, it was not really. There's like not many things covering anything about that. There was like one other guy on YouTube that had that information, and it lines up. But that's about it.
I just personally would like a single player mode that has a little more uniqueness to it, rather than just like I'm beating up computer fighters in a different setting. Like,
yeah,
I want something more substantial than that.
Oh,
hopefully that's what that's gonna be for me.
I like the idea of being able to play with other people, like Smash Run, because I think everybody was wanting Smash Run to come back, and after seeing, what is in the game, or the what to call it, the select screen, we didn't see Smash Run on there, so to combine that into a one-player mode would be awesome. So
also, just on like a very different note about single player, do you know how thrilled I am? I can speed run this game. The classic mode. So for those of you who tried speed running Wii U, you had to, as quickly as possible, get to a multi-man event because those people died faster, and you just like chew your way through enemies, and it was all RNG. Now they have fixed paths per character, which means individual speedruns for each character are now like going to be the categories for classic mode.
What do you mean? Is that a known thing?
Yeah. In the Direct they said each character has their own set classic mode that's individual to them about like who they fight in classic mode.
Really?
Yeah.
They said that?
Yeah.
I'll have to check that.
You gotta go back.
I will check that.
Yeah, so what that means is for us speedrunners is it's no longer like in Smash 64 the speedruns are like I run Fox normal 3-stock, which is like that one. And like you can run every character, but we always go like who can clear the fastest, and it's I believe like Fox and Falcon. I could be wrong. But it's gonna be nice now, like every character has their own speedrun, so now there's a reason to like pick your favorite character and learn a speedrun, which will be unique to that character.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Anything to say about one-player mode? No, you're more of Mr. Competitive over
Oh wait, I do have. I hope you and I probably hope, as well as you, a good training mode with can I turn scaling on and off?
Other things besides a one-player
infinite shields. Can I have recordable inputs?
I actually am excited that you have to unlock a lot of characters, right?
You're supposed to start with just the original 8. It appears,
Yeah. Original 6 maybe.
I mean, like
not 6. It was 8.
Not that convenient for, I guess, tournament organizers, but
apparently they're not super hard to unlock.
Also, amiibo unlocking.
Yes, there's been a rumor that you can just unlock things with just the amiibos. So if you have the amiibos, you could just unlock everybody right away.
If you happen to have all.
If you happen to have all the amiibos.
But the nice part is you can a lot of Smash players might have their mains.
Yeah, and most people will probably have their main. So that's a really cool thing too. If you just have your main or a few characters you like to play as, you could pop the game on, original 8 right there, and then, oh man, I main, I don't know, whoever else. Lucario, boom, put him in, there you go, you play probably through the whole game like Lucario. So
I like unlocking stuff in games, so.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I love unlockables and things like that.
I kind of pray that there's this, tournament mode where if we go to it, it only throws us into the versus screen so that we can run a tournament with some basic settings, but doesn't do progression, doesn't do unlocks, just so that
So I had a cool idea. So Konami's now part of the game again. Put in the Konami code, all the characters unlocked. That'd be so cool if they did that.
Put in the Konami code and you're gonna get the missing part of Metal Gear Solid 5, I hope.
Or that. It'd just be so cool if that was the way tournament organizers can just
Metal Mario
instantly get it.
Unlocked.
That's how you get it.
I am with you on that one.
Cody's all behind Konami code unlocking Metal Mario stage. Cody's been guessing, predicting everything so well too. So that's probably gonna happen. By the way, that'll happen.
Yeah.
So we want to talk about game design patching. I know you had something to say about that. So.
Oh yeah. So I want to know what you guys think about this. So without getting too deep, one of the best ways to balance a game is to not just nerf what's best. So I know what you're thinking. For any of you who play competitive Smash Wii U, wouldn't you want to just nerf Bayonetta? But that comes at a... The thing is that comes at a really bad price. There are characters that could be better. If those aren't better and you just nerf Bayonetta to your level, you have characters that could be better and then a character that was way too good who's now maybe subpar. Which can happen all the time in fighters. BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle just did their first balance patch, and what they did was there was almost no nerfs. The entire patch was like bug fixes and bringing the entire bottom end up. So now we have all these characters that before were like, that are now like, oh, well, they're sick.
That's like a Project M situation, I feel like, where the characters end up being like just too good. Like there's too many too good characters until somebody's just super, super too good. But...
So Smash Ultimate's doing something very interesting. Before they go and adjust the characters, they obviously had engine changes. The movement changes, the hit stun changes, all of the mechanic changes, like from shielding to being able to dash out of attacks, all that stuff. And then we've seen that the bottom end, all of those characters have gotten buffs. We see about a 50% reduction in most aerials in landing lag, so that means like, think of your favorite Smash move, it now ends 50% faster, so half the speed. And then on the high end, things like Cloud and Bayo, we're seeing very soft nerfs. Bayonetta is just a little bit easier to hit. Her back air doesn't go 5,000 miles. She has proper end lag after her moves. All of those little things are adjusted, but Bayo's still got those Bayo combos. Like, Bayo can still get a sick witch time on you and end your life. So I think that's a really smart way to balance, and I was wondering from like a competitive side, what do you guys want to see done with the game? Like, whether it was like a specific character, or if it was like mechanically, was there anything you wanted changed about the game, or are just pumped that's changed?
Let me think.
Well, I already know, and that's what they've already done, was just the more centralized core mechanics that all characters have access to. Like, all characters can dash dance now and have much more comparable ground speeds instead of some being way too fast and some barely able to move at all.
Oh, Robin.
It feels like the core mechanics, I mean, I haven't played the game, so feels like is maybe the wrong choice of words. It looks like the core mechanics of the game are more universal. You have a great video about this, actually, so maybe I'll put the link to that in the description. But there's just the core mechanics of this game seem more universal and seem more balanced, and I think when a game does that, you have less room for characters to fall way behind and other characters to get way ahead. So it seems like everybody has the tools they need to do good. Obviously, there's going to be tiers. There's always going to be tiers, but it seems it'll probably be a more balanced game. And I think this game will also be supported. I think Smash 4 kind of lost support so they could make Ultimate.
Suddenly, too.
Suddenly, yeah, just all of a sudden.
Bayonetta got one nerf, alright, moving to Ultimate.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh.
And we found out that's around when the project plan went into development, so it makes perfect sense in retrospective. But I feel like this game's going to be continually supported, and hopefully we can get to some nice equilibrium where, hopefully every character will at least be somewhat viable in a tournament scene at the end of, maybe years from now or something. That would be, the ultimate Smash. But like that's what they're going for.
I like if you build like all the characters off of these certain like core mechanics, and then make them unique characters instead of making a unique character and trying to
fit that into
like everybody else's wackiness. Like, you end up with a much more balanced game.
I'm also happy that it seems a lot of the top tier Smash players after E3 were given the ability to put their input into the game, and hopefully that has been heard, because a lot of them were saying that the game is really good, they liked it a lot, but there were just a few things that they tweaked, like this, and this. The game's going to be great. I really hope that there was a consensus among the top tier players that were able to talk to like Sakurai and the game developers, and that they get heard, and that maybe even if at release maybe it's not there, hopefully maybe in the first couple patches we'll get to whatever point they were trying to get this game tweaked to.
Yeah, Cody, did you have anything?
Will Pac-Man's grab work?
Will Pac-Man's grab work?
Oh man, can Pac-Man actually land Wi-Fi?
I've been waiting for that.
Wi-Fi.
Oh yes, no, I heard. Yes. I think it was. I want to say it was Kitaro. Don't misquote me on this.
Okay.
Who said who's just like, oh, he hit that man with the Wi-Fi during a Xanadu, and I died. It was over. I was like, I'm calling it Wi-Fi from now on.
That's great.
Such a bad grab.
I mentioned this game a couple of times, or two of these games, BB Tab, but mostly Persona 4 Arena, and part of the reason I praise that game a lot is that it was designed in a way that, like, everyone had a role. Everyone had an uppercut, the get off me move. Everyone had a throw. Everyone had a universal overhead, which could be a launch. And one of the big issues with Street Fighter 4, and I know I'm like diving into a totally different game, but for those of you who don't know, Street Fighter 4 had a balance issue where there was a mechanic called focus attacks and focus attack cancels. And the problem is that some characters could use them and they were fantastic. And then there were characters like Blanca who got nothing out of it. Who, like, it didn't matter what you did, you got nothing out of this mechanics. And, like, it leads to some really janky balance because not everyone's like, we're all in a NASCAR event and someone's got an F1 car and someone's got like a Volkswagen Beetle. It's a rough time. So I think what makes this game so exciting, and if we do put that video in the description, and you'll hear me say time and time again, the movement changes being universal is everything. Because here's the thing, I was a Bowser main forever, as you guys might remember. And the reason I stopped playing Bowser in Tournament wasn't because he's not my favorite Nintendo character. It was because there hit a point where if someone played optimally into you, you would never touch the ground, you would never get up from the ledge, and you had to win neutral the first time the match started, or you could lose. And it was really rough, and like breaking out of that was hard. And while
the directional air dodge that they're putting in this game seems to fix a lot of the issues with getting up back.
Oh, hey, how do I land from Cloud or Rosalina? Well, a good directional air dodge is going to force them to rethink their strategy.
I also think the perfect shielding and stuff. There's a lot of things that are like, if you just get really good at the game, I feel like it doesn't matter as much what character you're playing. That's just my, obviously before the game's out, assessment, but that's what I'm thinking.
Perfect shielding working like the third strike red parry, which means when you release shield, the perfect parry is in that window, which is like a few frames after the release. I actually was tabbing through and doing the math. So with that mechanic in mind, let's say you're fighting someone who's disgustingly good at perfect shielding. That's going to make you want to throw them more because you know that they're going to look for perfect shields. And when you're letting go of your shield and you have it perfect shielded, you're stuck there for, I want to say 11 frames. I also might have that wrong. So that's a good way to throw someone. But that means that they might be prepared for you to be throw heavy, which creates another layer of mix-up. So being sick at the game might make people play differently. And if you adapt to that, it
just builds upon
itself. It builds and builds. And it's exciting build. It's not dodging Bayonetta building excitement, which I like, but it really isn't fun for most people. This is very exciting. I'm so sorry.
Not having fun.
There's two kinds of Smash players. I love fighting Bayo. I'm the problem, though. I just think it's really exciting, and I could talk about it for hours. But that
fighting Bayo?
Yes, but no. But I think that's, to me, Smash Ultimate. What's the most exciting thing? They're bringing the back end up first. They're really trying to make everyone in this game sick, and then the good sick. And then they're trying to nerf slightly at the top, and that's exciting to me. I don't know. I'm nerding out, but
so let's go into pros and cons of tournament play.
Oh God!
So, we're going to end on this one. Actually, we had one other thing after this. This is going on really, really long, and it's very late right now. So, just pros and cons of tournament. Obviously, the biggest difference here is that this is going to be on the Switch, which is a portable console at its core. And so, what is that going to mean? I do think it's really cool. This is my one thought on this topic, which I think it's really cool that you will be able to, at least in locals, obviously bigger tournaments will want designated monitors to play on with docks, but I think at your locals or something, if you don't have enough monitors or not enough room to play or something like that, having people be able to just go into tabletop mode and play each other. Just everybody brought their Switch and we got to get the tournament going. We got to get another match in. Why don't you guys just play tabletop? You put down your Switch, I'll put down my Switch. We'll just play that way. That could be huge. That can really make this game. Obviously, Smash has a great local scene in most communities. It's one of the games that tends to have one, whereas a lot of games just don't at all. And I think being able to play on the Switch in that way is huge. That could be great for a lot of games down the road, but Smash, it's going to be really big.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of little stands and adapters for USB-C to A. But that to me is exciting, especially as a TO. If all the setups are taken and I have two people who are like, hey, we'll just do local wireless, and they'll just fight on each other's Switches, that makes me thrilled. My biggest concern, and this is the question I had for people, was the nicest thing is you can buy a bunch of docks, hook them up to monitors, and then have players just dock their Switch and boom, tournament setup. Like, you're in. The biggest concern I have as a former TO, I guess I'm still a TO, is how do we prevent Switches from being stolen? Because that's like kind of the scary thing is like, are we going to be zip tying them into docks? Like, what are we doing?
I mean, I would say probably the best thing to do is just monitor it. I know that's not not always the easiest option, but it's sadly going to be a thing.
Like 40 plus people at a tournament.
Very true. Very true.
Evo?
Yeah.
1,000 entrants?
Probably zip tying, honestly.
Yeah, either zip ties or behind like some little like glass cases like screwed into the tables or something. They'll have to just set up the whole thing.
Get shot on site.
Don't approach the Switch.
Yeah, or you just make the repercussions just incredibly severe, so no one will do it. Eye for an eye, Switch for a Switch.
I'm kind of hoping that the future that Nintendo has of everyone pulling their Switch out of their backpacks is like an actual reality for TOs, because if I can buy like 5 docks for a tournament, right? Or let's say I'm Evo and I want to get 300 docks for tournament setups, right, for day one.
Yeah.
If I can count on almost every single person at that venue pulling out their Switch, docking it, and then setting up like plugging in their controllers and stuff, that would be ideal, but it's always been weird as a TO to say you need to bring your own system.
Right.
Because that's like, hey, you need to spend $300 to play this tournament.
I do think this, though, I mean, like, so a tournament's going on, losers bracket happens, people start dropping out or whatever. So you can't use those monitors, they're being used for the tournament, blah, blah, blah. But everyone who's out of the match, everyone who's not in the tournament, like, there'll be all these little mini tournaments going around and stuff. Like, it'll be so
You're ready
cool.
for double stamina with the with the final Smash meter. It's like
weird tournaments happening on the side just with Switches. Like, the fact that everyone can just have the game and a screen on them, it's just going to be fun. It's just going to be really fun.
It's going to be really fun.
That was the point I was going to bring up. Is like, even if you don't do it as the main thing, like, everybody who's knocked out of the tournament can now enter into the optional side Smash Meter tournament and just do something while they're there and the other stuff's going on.
Stage morphing and items in a competitive doubles bracket? Sign me up. Like, I'll play it.
It's so cool. Well, I think that we've gone on for a really long time here, so did you have anything to say about tournament stuff, or anybody else have anything super
I don't know the Switch well enough to really...
Yeah, he doesn't have a Switch yet. He uses my Switch to play games, but that Smash Switch that's coming out, we're going to get him that Smash Switch, because I want that Smash Switch in our house, so we have an excuse to get it
here. I just want that Pro Controller.
The Pro Controller's cool, too.
The Joy-Cons just look like some basic 2 lines on them. It's like,
I could probably do that.
Yeah, done deal. Hold on, let me make a Smash Joy-Con. Got it.
So, I just want to remind everybody, and I'll probably put like a, text on the screen the whole time or something, but Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be on
X45X, and that is...
How do you get there? Yeah,
it is twitch.tv/X45X. You've made it because you'll find a Bowser with rainbows behind him. Actually, it's Smash 4 Splash Art Bowser.
With a rainbow behind him. That's what the Twitch channel is going to look like, and I'm going to be on there at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. We don't know what we're going to play yet, but we're just going to figure out something. We had a few ideas, so we playing games, talking to people. So I know a lot of people wanted to do some sort of talking with me for a long time. So if you want to do that, this will be the first probably chance to do that. So
yeah, it's gonna be great. We might play multiple games, might be multiplayer. 2 players, 1 controller.
We'll see what we do.
Get ready. I'm throwing them under the Odyssey train. Let me tell you.
You have to tune in to find out.
Yeah, I guess so. So, anybody else have anything final to say at the end here?
No, I think I'm all
good.
Excited for Smash.
Excited for Smash. Yeah, we're all very excited.
I can't wait to lick the cartridge. I'm thrilled.
You said that the other day.
Listen. I got the Switch, and his sister and I just took cartridges and we went bottoms up and licked. It was awful. I'm gonna do it with Smash.
I still make the mistake when I switch out cartridges. I'll usually hold one in my mouth just as a bad habit, and I keep doing that with Switch games and regret it all the time.
So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the discussion, and we'll see you next time, I guess. Well, maybe not all of us, but once the game comes out, I'm sure we'll be doing some, streaming of the game and stuff, and I'm sure we'll all be playing, so, look forward to that. But once again, thanks for listening to our discussion, and, we'll see you next time, I guess.
Yeah, take care, everyone.
Bye, everybody. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. Really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.